I try to visit the cemetery every week, usually on Sundays. I miss her every day, though. I walked in and took the usual path, down the river, turned right, up towards the pine tree. The cemetery is huge, but I know every trail and section like the back of my hand. After sitting under the tree for a bit, it was getting late. Time to go home. I made my way back towards the gate when I heard a sound behind me. There are tons of birds and squirrels in the cemetery, so I brushed it off. It was a few minutes later when I started hearing footsteps. Few people walk through the park, especially when it's still cold out, but there's the odd dog walker resident at the retirement home. Still, I'm always paranoid, so I sped up a little. So did the footsteps. When they started to get faster, I cut around a corner and hid behind a big maple tree, breathing lightly. I heard whoever was behind me slow to a stop and curse under their breath. By this point, I was terrified, and a million ideas were filling my head, a million questions. I heard a branch crack right on the other side of the tree. I stopped breathing. I stopped moving. I did everything I could to disappear. I knew someone was there, just on the other side, and I ran. I sprinted, head spinning, and didn't look back. I couldn't hear anyone behind me, but my heart was pounding so loudly that I could have missed anything. I went to turn on towards the road, ready to run into my house, tell my dad what happened, call the police, when I fell. I came crashing down, hitting my head hard. I felt around for my glasses, trying desperately to get away when... I've been here for a month or so. It gets cold. Really cold. My sister comes to visit me sometimes, and I hate to hear her crying. It's more peaceful here than I thought. Lots of birds, crickets at night. I've sort of come to terms with what happened. The police haven't. Double homicide isn't taken lightly in this town. They're still on the case, but I know they won't find who did it. Sometimes I wish I could tell them, but it doesn't matter anyway. What's done is done. You know what they say? Like mother, like daughter.